Greetings and salutations. Welcome to ASMR with Dar. On my channel, I like to read aloud, but what's unique about this channel is that the books that I'm going to be reading aloud are going to be written by Black women. They're going to be stories about Black women and books also suggested by Black women. That will be the main focus and center of my channel. If you are not a Black woman, do not fret. You are welcome to stay and you are welcome to listen as long as you keep it peaceful and respectful. Everyone is welcome. But this channel is for Black women, by Black women. Welcome again. The first book that I will be reading this week is by a Black woman who just so happens to be my aunt, Nola Lucas. It is called The Little Book of Peace. So, without further ado, allow me to read to you. The Little Book of Peace. World peace begins with the individual. The Little Book of Peace was written in the spirit to inspire peace in the day-to-day life of modern society, with the belief that world peace starts with the individual, based on the philosophy of Nichiren Buddhism. The Little Book of Peace is timely and timeless, given the ongoing challenges of establishing peace and honoring the sanctity of human life in today's world. This book is for any human being from any walk of life, regardless of age, race, gender, or nationality. It is firmly rooted in the current reality of our individual day-to-day living. Amongst the challenges of work, family life, and maintaining various types of relationships within our individual communities and society at large. It goes beyond the focus on the self and one's happiness and aims to make an impact on the positive development of the whole of humanity that begins with the happiness of the self and spreads through our interaction with those with whom we are intertwined. Someone once said to me that the Little Book of Peace is a balm for the soul. I would also like to think that it is a balm for our shared humanity. Little Section 1, A Better Way to Live. Live with the courage to change instead of the courage to fight. Live knowing that every human life is important and that every person counts. Remember that it is better to be wise than to be intelligent. Draw on your innate compassion and know that when people are unkind, most likely they are suffering. Before blaming others or outside circumstances, ask yourself, what can I do differently in this situation? Always remember that every situation is an opportunity for growth. If you find the beauty in yourself, you will find the beauty in others. Make someone smile every day. Learn to listen from your heart and try to understand when someone is feeling instead of what they are saying. When you learn something good, teach it to another. Become a strong tree rooted in the ground, shaken by nothing, instead of a tumbleweed blown about by the wind. Find the happiness in simply being alive. Live cheerfully through the good and the bad, as both are part of life. And most importantly, know that every moment you have the potential and capacity within yourself to change the world. Little section 2, for a peaceful world. Know that when we truly, deeply cherish every single human life, we are unable to take the life of any man, woman, or child. Whenever you find yourself in conflict with another individual, commit to closing the gap between your heart and theirs. A change of heart can make all the difference in any situation and requires little to no physical response. When we cease to see the humanity in others, we cease to see it in ourselves. Hatred on any level is ultimately a reflection of our own self-hatred and our own personal state of life. And yes, this one is a hard pill to swallow. The taking of any life is never justified, warranted, or just in the name of any God, any man, or any cause. Respect for the dignity of human life must always prevail over all other ways and means in the creation of peace. World peace is not an unrealistic, abstract thought. It is the human right of every single individual on the planet. We are human beings. We have the power to destroy and the power to create. We can recreate, replenish, and transform anything that has been done. Every individual is responsible for the peace and well-being of the place in which they live. Heads of government should only facilitate and implement the policies that reflect and consider the individual needs and concerns of the entire nation. We can no longer stand by and watch people die. We are all interconnected, and when we watch others die around us, we slowly die ourselves. A simple smile can be disarming. Humor is a great tool in serious dialogue. Listen to a piece of music, read a poem, engage in nature in some way every day. Let each and every one of us dance while making the world peaceful. Whenever you feel that you are in deadlock, remember, you are never in deadlock. You have everything you need within you to move forward and break through any situation. Please dig deep and find that part of you that no longer wishes to watch the world suffer. Beside it will be the part of you that is waiting to wake up and change the world. To change the world, we must change ourselves first. It can start with something as simple as a long overdue apology, smiling at that awkward person in the office, or someone who seems to be a difficult neighbor, or perhaps that mother on the playground. World peace starts in our homes, our communities, and our workplaces. There is not one single boring human being in the universe. The ability to give the love of a mother does not necessarily require giving birth. Respond to people seeing their potential, not their limitations. It is amazing how different they look. You don't have to like someone to respect their life and treat them kindly as a member of your family of humanity. Change in legislation alone is not enough. Change in the hearts of the people of society is what will ultimately change society. Every moment holds the potential to change everything. Any moment, any situation, any word at any given time can change the world for the better. Dialogue is the only way to resolve conflict among people and nations. It takes less time to have true, respectful dialogue than it takes to recover from the destruction and devastation of war. A 10-year dialogue is time far better spent than the hundreds of years it takes to recover from a war waged on any scale. Just a thought out loud. Would I take one less shower a week or change my life in the slightest way if it meant giving a thirsty child access to clean water and ensure that they are allowed to live a full life? I would like to think that I would, without hesitation. If it would ensure my own child their full life, I would never shower again. And it is this compassion that we must start to feel for our fellow human beings that will bring about peace. Little section 3. What I have learned. I have learned that the stronger I become, the less affected I am by someone else's weakness. I have learned that behind my arrogance is fear and a need to control. I have learned that when I listen, I grow. I have learned that when I give up on another human being, I am really giving up on myself and my innate ability to transform my bad feelings towards someone to good feelings, and that I win when I have a change of heart and choose to see the good in someone instead of the bad. Before you say anything, I never said it was going to be easy, but when it happens, you truly receive a precious gift. I have learned that my value is not in what car I drive, what my finances are, what I look like, or the mistakes I make. Where my value lies is in the greatness of my humanity. When I am in rhythm with this, it doesn't matter what car I drive, what my finances are, what I look like, and I realize that what is important about making mistakes is that I learn and grow from each and every one of them. And with this, I am grateful. I have learned that no matter how justified my anger may be, my destructive response only ever makes the situation far worse, and that words are wasted when delivered poorly from high emotions instead of deep wisdom. I have learned that I often become angry with someone when they're not behaving as I want them to behave, which more often than not is in a way that doesn't suit my needs. I have learned that I have grown enough in a situation that when I don't require anyone in the situation to be different in order for me to be happy. I have learned that when I stand alone, prepared to take full responsibility for my life and my happiness with pure intention, that everything I need is manifested in my environment. I have learned that being clever all the time isn't very clever at all. I have learned that the only limitations are the limitations that I set myself. On the other side of those limitations is what is real, limitless potential, and endless possibilities. Little section 4, your unique self. Every morning that you have the good fortune to awake, ask yourself, what can I do today to change the world for the better? Be it in my home, my community, or my workplace, whether it is on the grand stage of world politics or the grand stage of theater, dance, or through any art form. Let me, in some small way, bring something to this beautiful world wherever I am and whatever I am doing in my own unique way. Be grateful for all of you, the you that is insecure, the you that gets angry and throws things, the you that seems small and horrid sometimes. Be grateful for all of it. Then you will find that the other side of your anger is passion. The other side of your insecurity is concern. And your small self is only running from your great big self, which is there, waiting to shine. Every human tendency has a good side and a bad side. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Be brilliant. Be great. Be the magnificent human being that you are, giving some those around you the permission to do the same. We all have a unique function in the world. It is better to be a fantastic you than a bad version of someone else. It is always possible that the one thing that you don't like about yourself is the one thing that someone else loves about you and finds inspiring. If you deeply respect your own life, all those around you will deeply respect it as well. Little section 5, children and parenting. In most cases, when I'm frustrated with my children, I'm struggling to control them instead of letting them be their wonderful, unique selves. and also missing out on the opportunity to learn something from them. Having and raising children can be the opportunity to raise capable people who will enrich our society, which will enrich the world. Children are like sponges. They soak up everything. When I shout at my children, they learn to shout. When I'm kind, my children learn kindness. When I'm patient, my children learn patience. When I stop and listen to my children and make dialogue instead of demands, I am amazed at how quick they are to lend an ear and at their capacity to understand. All children are little human beings who deserve the utmost respect and should be valued unconditionally. Wouldn't it be remarkable if we could give the world the love, patience, and tolerance that we seek to give our own children? Little section 6, Matters of the Heart. Stand alone together. Build a strong foundation of mutual respect for yourselves and each other. Expectations from another person do not make genuine friends. We should only have the expectation of ourselves to do our very best. Hoping that someone changes to make your life happier might not be the best thing for them. Change in any person should benefit their own life and happiness, and then naturally those around them will benefit. When you feel hate towards someone you once loved, seek just one of the things that you used to love about them that is most likely still there, and focus on that. Sometimes love has to take a chance, to be unsure and love anyway, to feel insecure and love anyway, to be in doubt and love anyway, to take a chance that your love may not be reciprocated and commit 100% anyway. However, love shouldn't always be blind. Unconditional love is often impractical. Don't be afraid to rock the boat if you feel your life is not being respected. Love, knowing there are no certainties and your happiness doesn't rely on another person. Learn not to miss someone. Instead, be grateful for having them in your life and smile about the last wonderful moment that you shared together. Enjoy compromise and embrace all the differences between you. Never take too much and always give as much as you can without compromising your self-respect. Enjoy being vulnerable. Most importantly, learn to love yourself so much that there is no room to doubt another person's love for you. Little section 7, Money. The true treasures of the heart are free. Money should be used as something that helps sustain your life, not something that your life revolves around. There is no conflict between money and spirituality. What matters is that there is no conflict in how we use it. It is not the amount that we give that is important, but the spirit in which we give it. A penny given freely will go further than all the treasures of the world given with a begrudging heart. It costs nothing to be a good friend. I have found that in the times that I have had the least money have been some of the times that I have grown the most. I have often given to others when I haven't had enough for myself, and never have I been without something that I need. Money allows us to be generous to others. Sometimes the gift of money simply means I'm in a position to help you in this way. Just say thank you and try to help someone when you are in the position to do so. Little section 8, problems. When you feel gratitude for a difficult situation, it becomes your friend instead of your enemy. To be human is to encounter problems. They are unavoidable. When they arise, don't retreat. Instead, enjoy finding the solution. Problems should be embraced and looked at as opportunities. Every problem gives us the opportunity to rise to a challenge, stretch ourselves, and grow. They should be welcomed with joy. When you have a problem, help someone else, and soon your problem will be solved. Don't be attached to your failings. Instead, be grateful for them and let them be a springboard for victory. Little section 9, life teacher. In the following section, I have attempted to express my appreciation and deep gratitude for having the good fortune to have a life teacher who has inspired me to continually strive to fulfill my full potential as a human being in my daily life, create a harmonious family, and become a valuable member of my community and society. I've come to truly believe that a fundamental change in one human being, like you, can change humanity as a whole. It is often thought in most countries, particularly in Western society, that to have a life mentor is to worship a guru figure who is superior to ourselves. However, in Nichiren Buddhism, the mentor-disciple relationship is based on the equality of the mentor and the disciple. It is even the mentor's wish that the disciple comes to one day surpass the mentor. With the courage and confidence I find in following my mentor's example, I have gone beyond my own limitations and have been able to win over the challenges of my day-to-day life, enabling me to fulfill my full potential and pursue my dreams. A life mentor. As great artists develop under great teachers of art, as great musicians master their skill under great instruction, I will fulfill my full potential as a human being, walking side by side with my mentor. My mentor has shown me the greatness of what one person can achieve, and now I too will reveal the greatness of my humanity, because I have had a good teacher in life. Side by side, I stand fighting for the happiness of others with my mentor. With my heart full, I support my mentor while my unique self naturally develops and shines, and I strive to live to my fullest potential, just as I am, while helping others to do the same. The Little Book of Peace is dedicated to my life mentor, Daisaku Ikeda, who has tirelessly traveled the world building bridges between people through dialogue and cultural exchange, and is one of the world's foremost living Buddhist philosophers, showing by personal example the creative, harmonious, and empowered life found in the practice of Nichiren Buddhism. Daisaku Ikeda is a peace builder, Buddhist philosopher, educator, author, and poet. As the third president of the Soka Gakkai, lay Buddhist organization in Japan, founding president of the Soka Gakkai International, and founder of several international institutions promoting peace, culture, and education, he has dedicated himself to bolstering the foundations of a lasting culture of peace. That has been The Little Book of Peace, written by Nola Lucas. I'll put the link to this book in the description below. She also has a website, nolalucas.com. You can purchase this book there. I believe it is also on Amazon. So if you enjoyed this book, leave a comment, like, share. Also, if you would like to purchase it, again, I will leave links to her website as well as links to the book. I believe you can purchase the book on the website. I think I already said that, but this is going to be the premise of this channel. I will be sharing books written by Black women, stories by Black women, sometimes books inspired by Black women, or even suggested by Black women. Yeah. Thank you guys again for sticking around and listening to me read to you. So I'll end here. Happy New Year's Eve. Enjoy your night, and I will see you again